Hola a todas, bienvenidas. Muchas gracias por unirse a este webinar. Gracias por tomarse el tiempo de este hermoso webinar para la introducción de la Petite Ferme. Como saben, es la nueva marca que estamos representando aquí en el mercado mexicano. Son unos hermosos viñedos en Francho, en todo el área de viñedos de Sudáfrica. Entonces, combinan perfectamente con una extensión de un viaje en Ciudad del Cabo o una extensión en un viaje de safari en reservas como Kruger o Savisan. ¿Sí? El día de hoy el webinar va a ser en inglés, entonces les voy a presentar. Let me introduce you to Liselle. Liselle is the marketing manager from La Petite Ferme, and Johan. Johan is the one in charge of all the reservations and the one which you are going to be speaking with for all your requests. Okay, they're going to be leading this webinar, and if you have any questions, please write them on the chat so that they can answer them at the end of the presentation and we don't have any interruptions. Okay, so please, Lucille, if you want to host this webinar for La Petite Ferme, welcome.
Great. Thank you for the introduction, Sophia. Hi to everyone. Appreciate that you're joining so early in the morning. Thanks for your time. As Sophia mentioned, I'm Nazal and this is Johan. And we're just looking forward to giving you an overview of the property today. It's lots of images and we'll go through key points and then you can just pop in your questions afterwards.
Perfect. So if you want to share your presentation, Liselle?
Yes. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, we see it right now.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. So La Petite Ferme is French for the little farm. And our tagline, inspired by heritage, really describes what we stand for. So the farm is 40 years old and all the heritage that's part of it, we try and keep it embedded in everything that the estate is. So when you enter the farm, it really feels like you're part of this one big, beautiful story. Some unique attributes, as mentioned, 40 years. So that is a big milestone for us. And then we are the hotel side. We have a restaurant and a winery. And the restaurant is the oldest restaurant in Franschhoek, that is the town we're in, that's still trading under the same name. So that's very unique for us and has lots of history in our location. And we really treat our guests when they enter as part of the family, as well as our staff members. So everyone feels really welcome and well taken care of. Then to take you through our room types, we have our vineyard suites, our manor house, and our winery suites. So these are the 3 room types, 5 rooms in each category, making it a total of 15 rooms that we have on offer. The vineyard suites are kind of the top of the category. They are loose standing with their own splash pools. Then there's the manor house, which is one connected building, but each room is separate with its separate patio. And the winery suites, these have been launched in December 23. It was the old wine cellar where we made our wine, but it got too small for the production. So we expanded and turned it into new rooms.
Liselle, sorry for interrupting. The presentation, it's not going forward. The slides aren't going forward. So I don't know if you are...
What are you seeing now?
Just the first slide, just La Petite Ferme is inspired by heritage.
That's strange. Let me see what we can do. I'm going to have to keep the presentation in the PowerPoint like this, if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine, but I don't know if you are in presentation mode. Oh.
So I'll just keep it like this, if that's okay. Then it'll show.
Yes, that works.
So you
Thank
can
you.
see this works.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you, Lisel.
Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, sorry, the only slide you missed were this one telling kind of the key points, our 40th oldest restaurant, and then here's the room types. So I was referring to the vineyard rooms as the top of our category, then the manor house, and then winery suites. So this is the view from the vineyard suite. As you can see, they're nice up against the vineyards, and they have their own private splash pools and incredible views. This is a video which we're just going to skip. I'm going to send the presentation afterwards, and then everyone can watch the videos that are inside the presentation at your own time. So here you can see what the room interiors look like. They're quite spacious and very unique interiors, chosen according to the names of the rooms, which are named places around the world that our owner kind of felt close to his heart and significant. So there's a room with the name Florentine, Moresque, Africa, Provençal, and these large open windows are one of the things that our guests cannot get enough of. And also these open large bathrooms with a view in the bath, very private, so no problem at all. And the tiles also inspired by that same interior themes. So then the manor house, which as mentioned is the second set of 5 rooms. As you can see, they're connected, but they each have their own patio porch, and then they share a pool together. Some interiors and the view. And then the 5 winery suites. So these, as you can see, are elevated on the first floor. The entrances are at the back, and then to get down to the pool, you exit and you can come down either side of the building. What's quite comfortable about these rooms is they are right next to the hotel reception. So great, easy location for perhaps elderly couples or even the young travelers that want to kind of go out into town a lot and just pop in and back out again, very active. These are great rooms for that. So here you can see very light-filled interiors, unique cushionings, and then that patio outside. So these rooms are quite bold in the interiors. We were a bit nervous when we saw the planning and the swatches, but they came together very well. So here you can see a bit of the layout of the property with the vineyard suites here in front, winery suite at the back, and then not included in the image, but on the right-hand side is where the manor house sits. Then just some offerings we have on the estate. We have a private guest lounge, which is great for our guests, especially if friends travel together and want to spend time on the property but not in their rooms, or if someone wants to do a business or online call in a private space, or in winter for drinks and snacks, and then summer just outside. And this terrace area is great for light snacks and drinks. And just recreational activity. To touch on some inclusions, we are bed and breakfast, so breakfast is included daily. Then there's a wine tasting of our boutique wines included in the guest stay. This takes place at a beautiful wine tasting deck with a view, and we have 4 slots during the day. So the guests just ask reception, we add them to a slot. Maximum of 8 people for that slot, so they meet some of the other travelers, which is also very exciting. Then the rooms have a mini bar that is replaced daily, and we also offer a daily tea and cake of the day. So there's some tea and cake with an incredible view. This is from inside our restaurant. And then just to quickly touch on our wines, for many guests, it's a big part of the experience is the fact that you are coming to a working winery farm. We produce 10 different wines, most of them from vineyards that are on our estate or in Franschhoek. And the wines are very elegant, with finesse, and they go very well with food pairings. So if you're ever here, you'll obviously experience that. We look forward to offering that. This is our winemaker, Vicus Pretorius. And then we have two of our range, the Baboon Rock wines, where percentage goes to Baboon Matters, an organization that looks after the Western Cape Chakma baboon and just manages their population and their safety, etc. So a percentage of the revenue goes to them. There you can see the wine tasting deck where the daily wine tastings take place. And our restaurant, which is open daily for outside guests and for our in-house guests. And we always prioritize our in-house guests for dinner, make sure they have a space and a table reserved for them. But we call ourselves a contemporary country style dining. So it's beautifully plated, perfectly thought out, but it's not entirely fine dining. It's still very bountiful, and no one will leave hungry, that's for sure. Some examples. And then something we also offer is a chef's table experience. If a group comes to travel, this is a great extra thing to add to the itinerary, where we set up a dinner experience for them separately from the other guests in a private dining area. And there's lots of interaction with the chef and the winemaker, so a very personal experience. We also do events and weddings. And then we do not have a dedicated spa area, but we do in-room spa treatments. So guests can just inquire, and then we book a slot for them, and our very professional therapists come and do their treatment in the comfort of their rooms. Some activities in the area to mention, there are very unique guided hikes, which takes you to incredible views in different spots in Franschhoek. There's a car museum with antique cars to view, which can be visited. In town is chocolate making workshop, and then very well known is mountain biking. We do offer bikes on La Petite Ferme, which the guests can take down to town and explore the town with. So here are some rack rates, but I'm sure those will be shared with you, or you, of course, I know you guys all book through DMCs, but if you want the rates, just reach out for us to share with you. And then we have a longer offer that runs in the winter time frame this year, our winter time frame. I mean, still incredible time to travel to South Africa. It's just not the peak summer season. So from the 1st of May to 30 September, if you book for 3 nights, you only have to pay for 2. Your client only has to pay for 2. The image of most of the team, very small, but we run a big operation together. And just contact details for myself, Rian, and Johan, which is sitting next to me. So Rian is our general manager, and he will be traveling to Mexico soon, so I'm sure some of you will meet him. He can unfortunately not join today's meeting. And then if you do all your bookings, you'll be communicating with Johan. Great. Yeah, that's it for presentation questions.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lisel and Johan. Let me see if we have any questions. Ana Paula is asking, which activities are included? From the activities you mentioned, which are included?
Okay. So those are not included. It's more recommended, like if your guest wants to know what they can do in the area. So they can, like they mentioned, there's hiking trails, mountain bikes that they can rent, half day, full day, and use that. We can help them plan something. They don't need a guide, or if they want a guide, we can organize a guide. What else was on the list? The Motor Museum is quite famous. It's based on Anthony Rupert's wine farm. So it's the Rupert and Rothschild family. They are quite well known internationally. So that's a nice activity. People don't want to just drink wine. You know, there is other things to do here than just drink wine. Of course, we like drinking wine, but there is more to do than just wine.
Perfect. Yes. But the wine tasting is included in the property.
Yeah, wine tasting is included. The mini bars are included. Refresh daily. There will always be a bottle of our wine in the room. The complimentary cake of the day that we do at the guest lounge area is included. So yeah, and then breakfast obviously is included as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Also, the linger offer we have is only for traveling those dates, or make the reservations during those dates.
They can make the reservations at any date, but it's only valid for those months. So from May until the end of September, for stay dates.
Yeah, stay in those dates.
Perfect. Okay, can you share with us the activities so that we can share them with the clients? We will be sharing the presentation, and yes, we can share the activities. And also the transportation, the transfers to get to the property and to go to make some tours. Can you help us to arrange these transfers?
Yes, so we make use of a local transportation company based in Franschhoek, because yes, we have Uber in South Africa, but Uber is not very reliable in a small place like Franschhoek. So sometimes you will not find any drivers. So that's why we've partnered up with a local company. We don't need to pre-book it if it's transfers in and around the valley. They need normally like 10, 15 minutes notice to get a car up to us, and then they can take the guests wherever they want, and the guests can just notify them via WhatsApp when they are ready to return to Ferme or go to the next destination, and then they'll just pick them up, and all charges can be added to the room or paid directly with them by credit card.
Okay, perfect. That's nice. I think that are all the questions. I don't know if there are more questions. Leslie, I think that's it. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you for everyone's time. We appreciate it.
No, we really appreciate your time, Johanna and Lisel. We know it's late for you there in South Africa, but thank you for hosting this lovely webinar. We are sure we're gonna be having a lot of requests, because it's a lovely property. As you see the images, it's a boutique property. So you can have this experience like more private, exclusive, and to enjoy like a relaxing time in the vineyards. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be sharing the recording and the presentation with you. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out and via email or WhatsApp, and I'll be glad to help you. So thank you everyone, and have a great day. Thank you, Lisel.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Bye.
Bye.